Have you ever wanted $1 billion in the donut SMP? Well, in this series, I'll be going from nothing all the way to bow top. But there's a twist. Every single video, I'll be giving away my entire e-chest and the base I use in that video. Now with that, let's dive into the video. Alright, here's the game plan. In this video, I will be reaching 25 million using an overpowered money making method. This method is auction/order flipping, where you order for cheap on /orders and sell for high on /AH. But to do this, I need about $1 million. So to start, let me collect some wood to make signs for my first bit of money. Bang, there we go, 10 logs. Alright, I'm gonna start by making some signs with these. And I thought I saw a crafting table over here, so I can craft my signs there. Oh yeah, there it is, behind the vine. Oh wait, that's kind of weird. Alright, anyway, let's see. Oh, here they are, signs. Alright, I have 15, let's sell. I think 4K is a good price. Alright, here's iron for an iron axe, because I just realized I need to chop a ton more wood if I'm going to get anywhere near 100K with this. So I'm going to get on that. Alrighty, there's a ton of logs. Let me craft them into signs. Let's see. Craft my... yeah, there we go. Alright, and then sticks. Let's see. There we go. See how many signs that is. Ooh, that's a lot of signs. Yes, let's go. Alright, let me sell these individually. Alright, so I continued to sell signs and other items on the auction house, such as pistons and observers, and that got me to about 630K. But that got really boring, so I moved over to another money making method that actually turned out to be great. Alright, so our bow right now is 730K. I got here by selling a ton of signs, selling a bunch of observers, and selling a bunch of pistons as well. But I had an idea to make a flower farm. So in this biome, when you bone meal grass, and oh my goodness. Alright, wait. Alright, there. When you bone meal grass, it makes flowers. And the flowers can be sold for a ton of money on the auction house and on orders. So I'm going to make an automatic farm for this. There's a ton of tutorials on YouTube. I can link in the description for one. But yeah, I'm going to build that now. Alrighty, there we go. That totally did not take 30 minutes. Okay, no, that low-key took forever. But alright, we're here. Here's the farm. I've already put a little bit of bone meal in it. But as you can see, the way it works is it's bone mealing below it, and the flowers are getting broken because it's moving. And yeah, so I'm gonna buy some bone meal now and see if I can stock it and then get a bunch of dye, because right now it looks like we have a bunch, but yeah, so I'm just gonna buy some. I think bone blocks the best idea here, just because you can get 9 stacks for one stack of bone blocks. It's gonna be a lot of money though, because let's see, yeah, it's like 80K. Alright, and bang, we're producing flowers and dye. Let's go. Oh my god, I'm lagging. Hold on. Whoa, I'm kind of stuck. Alright, there we go. Let's see. That's like a minute of... holy cow, it's so much yellow dye. Wait, what? Hold up. How much does this sell for? Oh, I have some... wait, how much does yellow dye sell for? Yellow dye... 25K? Yo, hold up. Let me sell this. So I say... oh wait, how much does glass sell for? 90K, that's pretty good. So yeah, I'll do 25K. Alright. There's both those sold. Alright, and we have even more dye to sell now. Let's go. This is actually a crazy money making method. I continued to use this flower farm until I got my entire AH full of dyes of different prices and colors. Alright, so I'm combining the red dye and the blue dye to make purple dye and sell it for 100K. Oh, shoot. Alright, so that's all the dye on my auction house. So I'm going to leave it overnight and see you guys tomorrow.
One eternity later.
Alright, we logged on today, and holy, we have so much money. The reason it's not at 1.3 is after I stopped recording, I did a few more things. But yeah, we got over $1 million on our auction, which is insane. Yeah, you can see everything sold here. And really, my plan today is to probably build a base or start collecting materials to order to people. So So currently I'm going to look at some good items to order. Wheat is a really good one, but it takes a long time to collect. Alright, so I just ran around for a long time looking for stuff to do, stuff to sell. I didn't come across anything for like 20 minutes. I really ran out of ideas, but then I came across this one method that was actually insane. No way, wait. Is that a mango? Oh, that's a mango forest. Oh my goodness, those can be worth so much money. No, look at the orders for oh my goodness, 570. Yo, holy, this is so clutch. Alright, I've been mining logs, and it's been a really good money making method, but I just realized I have a much better way to make money. You can see here, mud is currently going for 60k each. So I'm gonna, rather than mining mangrove logs, I'm gonna buy an efficiency 5 shovel and mine mud and sell on the auction, because we could probably get a ton of money if we do this money making method rather than mining, because it low-key takes a long time. Alright, our first sell, I'm gonna sell them for 59k per. While I was mining mud, I made my first big order, about 1,000 observers. I intended to sell these on the auction house for about 120,000 per stack, which was going to get me about 2 to 2.5 mil profit. Alrighty, I've been mining mud for quite a while now, and the reason my money hasn't gone up crazy high is because I made a large order for observers, about 1,000 of them. So I intend to sell these on the auction for quite a bit of money, and so yeah, I'm gonna keep mining mud, selling them for 59k per stack, which gets a decent amount of money if I sell a bunch. But mud's really easy to get, so I'm gonna keep mining this and look for other items to sell. I tried doing the log method, but that was really tedious and boring. So wait for all the observers to come in and then sell all those. Alright, so my auction house is full of mud, and I'm waiting for all of my observers to come in. So I'm going to log off for a while, and when I come back on, my full order should be filled and have all my observers. Alright, see y'all later. Alright, so I logged on today, and I have 1.4 million, which is really good, but I got all the observers from my orders, and I've started listing them already. You can see it's gone now. I'm selling them for 120k per stack, and I'm going to sell these, should be about 2 or 2.5 mil from all of this. Alright, most of the observers have sold now. I still have a few to sell. I'm at 2 mil right now, should be about 3.5 from all of this. But I'm thinking about if I make another large observer order to get to like 9-ish mil from this, so then I can do the last money making method of the video. Alright, so a little update. I dug this tiny area. I don't know if I'll use it for anything, but everything on my 8 sold, and now I'm going to make a bigger order of observers. Let's see, there. Oh my goodness, wait. Oh, okay, that's a lot better. 800k per, looks like. And yeah, alright. So I'll go like 8 or 800. There we go. And then there's 4k. Alright, that's my entire balance. But this should be a ton of observers. Alright, there we go. Okay, so I don't know if I'll use this for anything. Once all of these sell, then I should be up a ton. But I'm going to sell all these observers and then start on the farm. Alright, all the stuff on our auction house sold, and holy, that's a lot of observers. Okay, I'm going to start selling all these for 120k per. And that should bring us to about 9 mil with our current bal. Alright guys, I don't know, but for whatever reason, I could not find the clip of me selling all the observers. So I'm here to show you that I didn't fake it at all, and I did it legit. So we ordered about 4,000 observers. So I'm going to do 4,000. And then there's 64 items in a stack. So 4,000 divided by 64 tells me how many stacks I get. So divided by 64, that is 62.5. So we had 62.5 stacks of observers. I was selling each observer for 120k. So you can, or 120,000, sorry. 120,000, and you can see that answer is 7.5 million. So that's our total profit from the observers. I had about 1 million. So next time you see my bal, it'll be at about 8 to 9 mil.
Alright, so we're not even close to selling all the observers. We actually have so many more. But I'm right now looking for a spot to dig the base. So I'm going to do a time lapse of me digging the base. And yeah, I'll show that to you guys. Alright, we just finished the farm, and I've already put some bone blocks and blaze rods in it, so there's going to be some kelp to sell. Alright, sweet, that's a lot of kelp. Alright, order kelp, 755, that's pretty good. Alright, let's see, 1.6, that's really good. I continued selling all the kelp in the chests and got to about 9 million with all of it. But I started at like 9.2, and at the end I was at like 9.4, so there's really no point in doing this kelp method. Alright, so I have the idea. I'm just going to sell this farm for about 20 mil to complete the challenge of 25 million. So I'm not going to order any more bones or blaze rods. I'm going to sell it on stream to somebody. So if my money goes up a ton, just know it's not because of this challenge. It's because of that's my streaming money. Alright, I'm going to go sell it on stream now. Alright, he just paid me the 20 mil. I'm going to TP him to the base now. We're here at the base, and I'm going to send him a TPA here. Let's see. Alright, he accepted. Sick. Alright. And... Alright, here he is. Alright, bro. Enjoy the base. And there we go. 29 mil. Let's go. That took a long time. So, during this video, I used many different money-making methods, such as signs. And I also sold some pistons and observers. And lastly, I sold a base, which was a great money-making method. Alright, if you guys liked the video, please subscribe, like, comment. Really help out the channel, and I really appreciate the support on my last videos. And YouTube thinks you'd like this video. Alright, and peace out.